Hello, everybody. I'm Toby Shifsky. I am the Vice President of Real Estate Education at Kaplan. And today I am here for Dearborn Real Estate Education with Kate Wagner, who is the product manager for all things Dearborn. Kate, hello to you.
Hello, hi everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
So if you don't know, Kate is basically responsible for all things Dearborn and lives and breathes right now. Kate has had her head down working on our fabulous catalog for 2025. Kate, did you get time to come up for air yet?
We're getting there. We're getting real close. Believe it or not, we send our next year's catalog to printer in October, and so that it is able to be mailed and in mailboxes by January. So if you are looking forward to that, just know that it's coming in January to see all of our new product assortment and new states that we'll be talking about on the call later today. New states that we're entering for full licensing solutions.
Right on. So we're going to talk about a bunch of this new stuff that we've been doing over the last year and really kind of a glimpse into the future. And I'll just kind of give you a little warm up. If you've noticed, our catalog has changed over the last couple of years, and we've gone more and more driven by really by state. So if you're in the state of Arizona, you can find the state of Arizona and find everything that's available for you in the state of Arizona. And if you're in California or you're in Texas, whatever, you can now search by your state. You should know that we have a big project going on right now that is really going to be able to enhance the experience for you. The catalogs are beautiful, don't get me wrong. I actually love getting my Dearborn catalog, but we're going to be moving that yeah, look at that, there it is, the old one, or to this year's, I should say. We're going to be moving to a more of a catalog-like experience on Dearborn.com. And we're just going to tease it out a little bit here, but we'll talk a little bit more at the end of our webinar today. So let's jump in. Kate, I'm so glad you're here. You're instrumental in launching these programs. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. You know what, I have a poll question though for everybody first. And we do this at all the beginning of all of them. So everybody, if you could just take a second to answer this poll question. And the poll question is, what is your primary role at your real estate school? If you could answer that poll question, well, I'll share all the results. Once again, when you do poll questions with us, they're all anonymous, right? So nobody's going to see what you answered for a poll question. The chats are not anonymous. Your name is on the chat. So, but the poll questions are always anonymous, and I always share the results. So give you an idea. So overwhelmingly, we've got owner operators on today. If you're an administrator, an instructor, or currently not have a school, you got 3 seconds to put your answer in. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to end the poll, and then I'll share the results. So look at that, 67% are owner operators. Good for you. You're here. You're going to figure out what we're doing different and why we're different in the marketplace. And I think you're going to see a couple really good trends happening at Dearborn. Administrators, 44%. Instructor, we got 11%, and then not currently with a school. So you're thinking of starting a school. You're in the right place. Everybody is in the right place. All right, let's go ahead. I've got one more thing, and that is I got one more poll question. This is all we have for poll question today, but I wanted to understand this so that Kate and I can kind of talk to these categories, because we've done different things this year and we have different stuff coming up where it's good to know the audience and what kind of delivery methods you have. Now, what I'm going to ask the question in the poll is, what methods of delivery does your school offer its education to students? So in other words, do you do in-person? Do you do live online, asynchronous, or home study, you know, where you're sending books to students? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask you that you can answer more than one answer. So this is a multiple one. If you do multiple types of delivery, go ahead and put that in. So go ahead and take a look at the question. What methods of delivery does your school offer its education to students? So do you do in-person? Do you do live online? Once again, these are anonymous. Nobody's going to see what your answers are. Asynchronous online, home study. That's like, you know, I send a box of books to people, or today you might do an electronic book, and they can get credit as a home study course. Go ahead. Or hybrid. Like, gosh, you know what? I do some live And then some of the courses is done asynchronously or as home study. Love to know what you're doing right now. All right, so I think we got about, I think that's everybody's answered. So here we go. I'm gonna close it in 3, 2, 1, 0. This is interesting. So let's share the results. So 50% of you are still doing in-person education. It's fantastic. Love that. Great spot. Local relationships, right, Kate? I mean, they could outcompete anybody in your local market. That's brilliant. Love that. Live online education, a little broader reach, right? A little simpler delivery. Maybe it's easier to get talent to be on-air talent if they don't have to be geographically locked. Love that. So 60% are doing live online. Asynchronous online. All right, that's our asynchronous online courses, 40%. Home study, 20%. Very nice. And then hybrid. Look at this. 50% are doing some form of a hybrid course. That's interesting. I love it. Love it. Kind of the flipped classroom sort of a deal. All right. So let's jump in. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that very much. And I think that gives us an idea of who's on. So let's jump in. Kate, tell us how Dearborn is evolving. Because we're forever changing. The one thing I know, 22, 23 years in the real estate education business, the only thing that's been constant is change. The only thing. And so if you're standing still, you're moving backwards. And so we're trying to evolve and trying to move forward as fast as possible. Take us through some of the big highlights for us. And then we'll dig into these as we go.
Will do. Well, in my 14 years with Dearborn Real Estate Education, I can tell you that this last year has been the busiest year for our content teams, our technology teams, in terms of the amount of upgrades, enhancements, and changes we've made to the products, the services, and the platforms that we provide to our clients. And in turn, our clients can provide to their students. So just over a year ago, we embarked in the start of technology upgrades. The first being a new and improved bookstore experience. This is the bookstore that is used not only by clients for the partner bulk order bookstore, but also the bookstore that our clients send their students to order books. So we'll cover that on some later slides here, detailing what that new bookstore experience looks like. Exactly a year ago, almost in August, we started working on moving all of our REcampus clients. Well, actually, that started in September. Our REcampus clients, moving them over to the new portal experience. But when that occurred, all of their students also received the new REcampus student LMS experience. So the learning management system is the platform in which students take their online courses into that system. And that is now a new look and feel, new functionality, better navigation experience in their asynchronous online learning. September through March, all of our REcampus partners that had been existing were moved into the new REcampus portal platform experience with a lot more bells and whistles, especially also on the admin functionality side of it.
We're going to talk about both of those in a couple slides. Yep. Because some of you may not realize the capabilities you actually already have if you're already on the new REcampus. So
yeah.
Oops.
And in all of these three things that I just talked about, we've done webinars over the last year talking about these things, but it's a lot coming at our clients, whether you're an existing client or new clients. It's a lot of information. So that's why we thought this month it would be ideal to just kind of wrap it all up. And so in addition to the three things I've covered, some of you may not be aware, but we are expanding into new states. I mentioned our content team has been very busy over the last couple of years, preparing new content for new states. 7 of them to be exact, and we have more states coming in 2025. State solutions for pre-licensing, exam prep, and CE. And lastly, coming soon, December and into 2025, we're going to have a new Dearborn.com website experience, which Toby talked a little bit about at the opening of this presentation.
Right on, right on. Well, let's jump right in and we'll keep it kind of moving. Here we go. You talked about first, Kate, the Dearborn bookstore. There's really two bookstores. There's one for our partners to make it easy when you're buying books. A bunch of people, where we have 50–60% of the people still doing live education, which is awesome. Trying to make it as easy as possible to purchase. If you've used the bulk order bookstore, I'd love it if you drop a little thing in the chat down there saying it works, it's easy, it's hard. I'd love to get the little feedback right here live, but we do a vast majority of our orders come through the bulk order bookstore for our partners right now, and it's been groomed and pretty well received, I would think. And then we got the little upgrade. So Kate, take us through that, and then also the student side of this.
Yeah. Well, it's all about self-service and not having to wait until customer service is available by phone in the normal business hours. Let's talk about the partner bulk order bookstore first. It's for credit card pay only clients. And if you need books, you can go straight to that site and order online immediately. Your wholesale bulk order pricing will apply once you've ordered 10 or more units. And that system will actually, recalibrate when you've hit that 10 unit order minimum. And it's all the books. Every book that the student sees on the student bookstore is what you're going to have available in the bulk order bookstore. And this would be good for clients who are obviously teaching in the live class or teaching live online, and you want to provide books to your student. And then we've also got, as you can see on the right side there, the student bookstore. So you can send your students to this student bookstore, available on Dearborn.com, to order books if you would like them to order a book in preparation for like an upcoming live online class, for example. The other option is if your school has an REcampus portal, your school will automatically get its own student bookstore. And so students can go into your REcampus portal, into the student bookstore there, and order their books through your portal. In that scenario, your school will get 15% revenue share of that book sale. So there's a benefit.
You don't have to touch it. You don't have to touch it. It ships automatically to the student, and you get 15% of the revenue.
Yeah, so I was glad to see that we've got 50% of attendees today offering hybrid delivery, because that option for REcampus portal to sell asynchronous online courses, and if you're offering live classroom, you can have your students purchase their books right through your REcampus portal bookstore, and you don't have to manage with the shipping and the handling. Your student's going to have that book delivered straight to them. So that was great to see. We've got some people on with that hybrid delivery solution.
Yeah, so it really comes down to this is if you have an REcampus, also a lot of our partners are book only partners. You don't do the REcampus online platform, but if you do the REcampus online platform, there's another avenue for you, and that is this ability to have your own private bookstore on REcampus that your students can go to, and then you get a revenue share of that. If you send them to the Dearborn bookstore here on the slide, the green button there, the student bookstore, there's no revenue share. Is that correct?
When the student enters it through Dearborn.com, that is correct.
Got it. But if you have REcampus and you send them to your bookstore, then you get 15% right off the retail price is yours. Done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And you never have to touch a book. You just send your students there.
Yep.
Okay. Super cool. All right, so that's the bookstore side, and we sell an awful lot of books through the bookstores, just so you know, because of the convenience. There's plenty of things we still want to do for you, but we found that playing telephone tag, because we can't take credit card numbers and emails anymore and that kind of stuff, and for security wise, this is probably the best and tightest that we have available for you as a partner at this point. Correct?
That's right. And on the next slide is just an image of what that bookstore looks like. And the bookstore, the functionality of it is you or your students can do keyword searches, search by ISBN. If you want to learn more about that product, you can click on the view details. It provides the full description of that product. And then the best feature of all is that every book has a peek inside feature. Click on the arrow. It opens up the first, like the front matter of the book into the first unit, actually, showing you a little snippet of what the content is all about.
Nice. So, so your view in the bulk order bookstore is nearly the identical to what the student view is, except you're going to see different pricing than what the student sees, but you're all going to have these features available.
Definitely.
Right on, right on. Super cool. Super cool. We get a lot of really good comments from people about using the bookstore now with these added features. So take advantage of them. All right. I can also tell you that, and Kate alluded to this, that when we upgraded the REcampus platform, another thing happened at the same time. And that was the learning management system. And now, if you don't know, I'm just going to, I think everybody should be aware of this. If you're an educator and you're using online education, or even if you're just in person, there's really two things. One is the platform of REcampus, which is about an e-commerce site that sells courses to your students. There's an administrative capability on REcampus that allows you to pull reports about it, completion reports, enrollment reports. You can go in and view student. We're going to talk about some of these enhanced administrative capabilities. But understand this: once the student purchases their course and it's loaded into the platform, then when they click on that course in their home screen, it actually is going to take them to a second platform. And it's all tied together. Nobody really knows it, but it takes them to the learning management system, to the LMS. And you should know that there was a battle at Kaplan, huge battle at Kaplan. And the good news is there's one LMS to rule them all now at Kaplan. So if you didn't know, during COVID in 2020, there was a mashup of many big businesses at Kaplan. Good thing for us is through the end and all the wars and because there was about 13 different LMSs we were using at Kaplan at that time with all these different businesses. The good news is that it's all come down to, and now there's going to be one LMS that the majority of the businesses are going to use, and it's the one we're on. And so the cool thing is that we've had some enhancements over the last year, and we're going to talk about some of those things. But the rate of enhancements is going to go up. We're super excited about this because we will go from like 18 engineers working on an LMS to almost 100 engineers working on an LMS. So we're super excited. You should be seeing some accelerated features and functionality within our LMS over the next year or two as one LMS rules them all at Kaplan, which is great. So we're super excited about it. But what you saw with the LMS upgrade before was there's different versions of the LMS, and we moved to the most current version of the LMS, which is a React classroom version. But it created enhanced functionality, new learning features within the students, and the ability of our content creation teams to deliver different types of learning features within the course. And then improved navigation. It also, you should know that our LMS with the new version became mobile compatible. So it would automatically adjust on your cellular phone, on your mobile device, or on your tablet. That was a big deal to allow for easy, clear navigation within the LMS. So once again, one LMS to rule them all. And so we're seeing this kind of accelerated improvement within our platforms. And I think we have a video. Did somebody share that video link? Well, there we go. So, Kate Wagner just shared a link. If you want to see kind of a video on what that student experience is, we were thinking about going through it, but there's a lot there. If you want to know what the school is, you can go ahead and take a look at that because I think it's going to be a solid resource for you. All right, and that's in the chat there. Go ahead and grab that address and move along. So let's go on to the next. Let's talk about the REcampus portal. Remember now there's the REcampus portal, which has all the admin capability, all that kind of stuff. And then there's the LMS. Let's just talk about the REcampus portal. So go ahead, Kate.
Yeah, so all of our existing clients are now in the position to experience what REcampus in its new form is all about. This is our platform to offer all asynchronous courses for clients to adopt, to submit to their own state as the school of record for regulatory approval. And then once those approvals are received from their states, that course can get put up into that school's REcampus portal. It's a branded site where the school's brand is listed, and the school can pick and choose which courses they would like to appear on their REcampus portal. Think of it as an e-commerce site, basically, for your school to offer asynchronous courses, the enrollment and the purchase process of those courses. So courses that can be put on your REcampus portal include regulated courses and non-regulated courses. We offer a variety of professional development courses that you can adopt for your students to experience. Through the REcampus contract process, we offer technical support for your school administrators as well as your students. The mobile-friendly experience of REcampus, in addition to Toby mentioning the mobile compatibility of the new LMS, and then admin functionalities, where your school administrators can track the progress of your students in their courses. In addition, and this next bullet point I want to touch on, REcampus isn't just about, well, I'm going to sell this course and this course and this course. You can actually provide packages to your students to increase average order values and to provide a full solution to your student. So don't just provide a pre-licensing course, but provide a package, pre-licensing and the exam prep, that will really supplement their learning and prepare them for the state exam. So you can boost your revenue.
I know I've shared this, Kate, before, but I can tell you that about 90% of licensing education that we sell is packages, about 90. So find a way to package. We have some pre-made packages. You can get custom packages if you're on the right service level that allows for that. We're going to talk about the service levels in a second. But when somebody decides to buy with you, then generally you want them to buy everything they're going to need, not just one thing. And so be looking for those package opportunities in your business as an educator.
Definitely. And we have those pre-made packages available for you to adopt. So when you become a partner, we give you a list of here are the products that you can choose from in your state. And on that list is included the packages, pre-licensing, exam prep, as well as add-ons. Maybe you're offering them to your student to buy let's say a Texas online course. As an add-on, they could purchase the related Texas book. That's additional revenue for you, and it gives your student additional support in studying. Those are just a few things. I do have another video to share, and that is a YouTube video, which is a review of REcampus. So grab this link. I'm about to put it in there. And
yeah, drop it into the chat. So just for everybody, so it's no secret that real estate licensing education is down across the country, pretty much across the board, 20 to 30%. And so looking for those ways that to make the money and make the relationship count when somebody comes to buy from you. One is A, packages, and B is add-on products, things that people may want. And they don't have to buy them, but our card experience on REcampus allows you to add on a book, printed book, even if it's an online course. I'll tell you what, you can see 8 to 10% of your students actually purchasing add-ons, and it's a very valuable strategy, especially when you look at your licensing enrollments down, significantly. Now, the good news is we are in a new cycle since the feds have lowered the fund rates, and so we're looking for a new cycle in real estate. And the key is making sure you got everything you need lined up in order to take advantage of a new cycle in real estate that we very much expect in 2025. All right, let me go on, Kate. A little look and view into what the new REcampus looks like. Some of you have already seen this. I'm sure you know that. Here's our service levels. One of the other changes we did was to create service levels, and create the service levels allows us to give you the kind of support that you need for your business. And as you can see, the list gets longer here as you go from essential to premium to elite level. And not everybody needs elite level care and service. And so We charge more for each of these levels, but what it does is it allows us to give you that attention that you need, and you pay for what you need. And so, Kate, what else would you say about the REcampus service levels?
Well, exactly what you said. You know, there are some clients who need more support, maybe don't have a full administrative staff, and so they need that level of support to operate and to service their students. And then on the flip side, you might have a school who is fully loaded, and so it really is built so that you can pick and choose according to the needs of your business.
Yeah, right on, right on. All right, let's go on to the next one. I think this is a key part. And this is the kind of expanded functionality of REcampus. And this is, I think, the last thing we have on REcampus here, but I'm just going to go really quick. Well, one is in the new REcampus experience, we've add and remove administrators yourself. So you no longer have to put in a request to add or remove an administrator. Somebody leaves a role, somebody new comes in, you can do it and it's instantaneous. It's automatically up. You can update your contact information for your student-facing contact information. If your school moves, changes, anything changes, you have the ability to do that in the administrative capabilities in REcampus. You can update your portal colors and logo. You can do it every day of the week. You want to do Rainbow Week, you can do any color you want, and you can put your logo in there and you can change your logo. You have the ability to do that. Admin or student view, this is kind of key. Allows you to, if you're working with a student who is having difficulty navigating for some reason, you actually have the ability to look at the student view, even as an administrator. So you have an administrative view, but you can click, it's in the top right of the screen by where your initials are for your login, but you can jump to a student view and you can see exactly what students see in the portal. Because there's some other features in here where you can do some messaging, you can do some other things inside your portal. If you want to see what it looks like as a student sees it once you post it, you can do that, which is key. Student purchased course extensions. Talk about opportunities for revenue. Students, sometimes life gets in the way and they need longer access periods. No longer do you need to send in the student sends you a request, you send us a request. In the new portal experience, they're automatic instantly. So the student pays for it right there, clicks on it if it's available, and the student's course is immediately extended. So if for some reason they were out of time and they've been a week since it expired, they can buy the extension and it'll immediately turn it on. As long as the state allows, as long as the rules apply, they can pay for an extension and you can have another round of income from that student, and they can have instant access. One of the coolest features I think that we put in. And then for premium and elite people, for those service levels, you can opt in for auto-generated certificates. We've had auto-generated certificates, but now you can actually view those certificates as an administrator. Where before you had to hope that it was done properly and that it was actually going to get to your students and look good. But now we've added that view. And as an administrator, you know it always feels good to make sure that your product going out the door looks good. And then admin can custom site message. We talked about this a little bit. You have the ability in the premium and elite levels to send messages right on your site. So when somebody logs in, you can have a message right up on the banner for them, waiting for them. You can do it at different points and places within your portal, different messages, and you can control those messages. And they go in instantly, and you can change them as many times as you want. So depending on the level you have, premium, elite, I think elite you get like 100 of them, and premium you get I can't remember exactly, but there's like 5 or a dozen or whatever, more than you probably need. But that's super cool capability for you to communicate right to your students, especially if you wanted to do something special for that day, or there's a special message, or how about in Florida if you've got hurricanes coming in and you want to talk about the extended CE deadline, those kind of things, you can do that. All right. Kate, take us through kind of an interesting piece. This is for those of you who are looking to expand your business. Maybe this is a border state. We are moving, we are growing, we are adding states. Take us through these.
We have a team of 7 content producers that work behind the scenes at Dearborn, who work with SMEs, subject matter experts, as well as industry professionals to develop our content And with that, they've been working very hard over the last couple of years to introduce full content state solutions. Going forward, this isn't just a thing we did in 2023 and 2024. This will be going forward. We'll be adding new states next year and the year after. So you can see the list of states there. These states we offer full pre-licensing solutions to meet the complete requirements of the state. The exception to that would be Massachusetts, which only allows 19 hours of online education. That is a hybrid delivery state. But we've got those 19 hours now to pair with your live classroom materials. Obviously, New Jersey, we were able to benefit from when the state opened up asynchronous online learning. And another state technically is Maryland. We've always been in Maryland for book-only partners as well as online partners, but we did expand some of our offerings in the state of Maryland in the last year. We
And
have
then come to 2025, go ahead.
yeah, the ones we know about right now that we're hoping will be ready at some point in 2025. We have our content producers working feverishly. We will be working with the state regulators to receive our approvals. Nebraska, Oregon, and Louisiana in no particular order. You never know with state regulators how long they're going to take to approve
There may
content,
be two of
things
these
like that.
already in with the regulators, but they take a while. So
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll continue to grow, continue to service you and your border states. If you want to expand into additional states, you can do that. And we'll be there to support you in a style and manner that you're accustomed to. So more to come in 2025. This is the part where we get to tease you with some interesting stuff. So take us in, Kate.
Yeah, so in addition to the additional states, as we mentioned earlier, we're working on the 2025 Dearborn catalog. That's a printed catalog that will be mailed out. So if you've gotten that catalog in the past, you'll continue to receive it again. If you're new to us and you want to receive the catalog, our website will have a link probably at the end of December where you'll be able to actually request a catalog be mailed to you. Just click a button and we will have a new Dearborn.com website experience launching around December into January, and that'll be a phased approach. Some enhancements being made throughout 2025 to that Dearborn website. Really want to make our Dearborn website a go-to for all things Dearborn clients need with regards to answering questions, understanding service levels, and especially understanding products available to clients by state.
As you can imagine,
Yeah,
we do a heavy catalog business, right? Which is great. It's beautiful. It's a lovely piece that gives a really comprehensive view. But once we print it, it can be dated. It's hard to. So with the website, our products will be on the website, clear descriptions, peek inside, and be organized by state. So you can go in, you can browse, you can look, you can see what's new. We're always adding new books, new content, new CE, new updated versions of stuff. That'll all be handled and managed on the website. And so you'll have your, favorite link to go right into what the area that you need and be able to get the information you need to make the right decisions for your school on content and products and services. So super excited, probably 5 years too late, as we know, but as everything always is, because we always struggle to try to stay on the front side. But the one thing that doesn't change is the amount of service you're going to get from us. You can still pick up a phone, you can still send an email. We will still be talking to you because we are a full service kind of education content provider. Oh, hang on, I got one more thing too on this one. So Kate, last thing. Tell us about this new thing that we are working feverishly on right now.
Well, one of the things that's great about REcampus, obviously, is your schools can offer asynchronous online learning to your students. But for those of you that only offer live class or not live online, or you offer a hybrid approach, you offer both asynchronous and live class to your students, REcampus today doesn't support the selling of that delivery method to your students. So at the end of the day, that provides a disjointed experience for your students. Your students go to your website, they want to buy asynchronous online learning. Great. You offer a deep link into the REcampus portal, which is where they purchase and enroll in the online courses. But if your students or your prospective students want to take live class from you and you're selling that, offering that on your website, the purchase experience for your live class offerings is not the same as if they wanted to purchase online learning. And so what we were working to do is making your live classroom course offerings available as an e-commerce option also on the REcampus portal. It will allow your students to go to one place to complete their purchase, whether it be asynchronous or live online or live classroom. As you can imagine, there are a lot of technology requirements in order to make this happen. So we're working on that with our tech teams and hope to be able to come out with more information to all of you in the next months to come.
Yeah, so super cool. And I'll even let a little, we did see a proof of concept the other day that is very promising. But what it really does is it eliminates the need for multiple learning management systems or tracking systems. The idea is this, is that if you do in-person education or you do live online education, if you want this service, you can sign up for it and you can promote those courses and take people through the REcampus purchase process. If there's a book involved, the books can automatically ship to your students. You don't have to handle the books, it goes automatically. You can complete the students right in the REcampus portal as an administrator. You can send messages to them. You don't have to have two LMSs. You don't have to have two systems of tracking people. It's one place. And so we're kind of excited about it. Really kind of excited about it. If that's something you think you'd be interested in, I wouldn't mind if you could just drop a little thing in the chat and say that sounds like we'd be interested in listening to what that looks like or seeing it. We think it has a lot of potential and a lot of opportunity, and we think it's going to make business easier. I think that's the big key: is how do we make your business easier to do? And use the kind of the muscle and the strength and the wisdom and the knowledge that we have on our side, and you bring your industry specific knowledge, your local relationships, your business, your family, whoever. You do your expertise and us to be that partner to help you really kind of lift that burden and make it easier. I think everybody wants easier at this point, and so do we. So we're kind of excited about this part. Lots of really good things coming for 2025 and Dearborn and for you. So, Kate, thank you for being here today. Thank you for bringing this information.
You're very welcome. I hope everyone enjoyed it and got something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, we'd like to hear from you. If you got any questions, please send us a note, dearborn.com for any of you these past webinars, and then also you can reach us directly. Any of us, we're available to you if you have questions. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.